Hey everyone, Allie here with Eat Sleep Fantasy. On today's video, we're going to be talking about auction drafts. More specifically, what makes them different from snake drafts. Most people are familiar with snake drafts, a method of drafting fantasy players where drafting is divided into rounds. In snake drafts, each round corresponds to a roster spot for a team. So for example, if the league setting were to have 15 roster spots, there would be a corresponding pick for each team in each round. The rounds in a snake draft alternate in inverse order. So the team that picks last in the first round would then pick first in round 2. And the person who picked first in round 1 would then pick last in round 2. But many people have unfortunately not tried or been exposed to an interesting and often far fairer method of drafting, known simply as auction drafting. Auction drafts are exactly what they sound like. An auction to decide what players you can get on your team. Each team goes in with the same amount of predetermined auction dollars that they can use to bid on their favorite players. It's like an eBay-style bidding war. Here's an example of how auctioning a player might look in your draft. All the teams have started with a $125 budget in this scenario. Team number 1, the Dak Street Boys, puts up the player Russell Wilson for bidding, starting at $5. Team number 2, Stairway to Evans, wants Russell Wilson on their team, so they increase the bid to $10. After a few rounds, bidding by teams 5, 8, and 9, the bid increases to $18. In the final showdown, team number 1 increases the bid to $23. Team number 2 puts it up to $25. A few seconds have passed and no bid has come in. Going once, going twice, and sold to the highest bidder. Stairway to Evans now has Russell Wilson on their team, paying $25 to do so. The remaining budget for the rest of the draft is now $100. The best part of auction drafting is that everyone is involved with every player on the board. In a snake draft, you wait your turn, and that's your only opportunity to participate. Then you have to wait another 5 to 20 minutes until it's your turn again. But in an auction draft, you're paying attention to every player and participating even if it's a player you don't necessarily want, like when you're trying to bid up the price for a player that someone else wants. You're part of the action through the entire draft, and all players are up for grabs. Satisfaction comes in knowing you got to steal your favorite player away from your buddy, who came up short just $1 or $2. Because auction drafts are so very different, there are a ton of varying strategies and ways to construct your roster. Whether you're trying to build a team of solid players or going for stars and scrubs, our best recommendation is to practice several auction mock drafts and get a feel for how each strategy plays out. We hope you experiment with all sorts of draft styles. For more insight and information, make sure to check out eatsleepfantasy.com.